Hi guys, welcome back to the FitBJJ Boxing YouTube channel, and also we cover Muay-Thai. We're going to be covering wrestling, Jiu-Jitsu, and a whole range of subjects. We're located in Knoxville, Tennessee. If you're ever in the area, come check us out. Right, so today we're going to talk about beginner basics around the stance and movement, how to shuffle in, shuffle across, and this is definitely directed at people who haven't done boxing before. What might seem very simple, you definitely want to get those fundamentals right exactly from the start. So basically, if you're right-handed in boxing, you're going to assume what we call the orthodox stance. So with the orthodox stance, you're going to have your front foot leading forward, back foot at the back. So this orthodox stance, proper boxing stance, my feet are going to be slightly turned. I don't want my front foot to be straight, and I don't want the back foot to be horizontal as well. This is going to put a lot of pressure on my knees, especially if I'm bending down. So I want to have my feet slightly turned at a slight angle. Now the distance between the feet, you definitely want a shoulder width between them. So it's very important that you have a strong base in boxing and you don't have your feet too close together, as if somebody was to hit you, punch you as you're moving, you're definitely not going to have very much stability, hence you're going to fall over. So very important. Let's have a nice wide base, about shoulder width apart. My front foot is slightly turned. My back foot is slightly turned. Now, in the boxing stance, you don't want to be too upright. You want to have your knees bent slightly. Your elbows now are going to be in, and your hands are just going to be under your chin. You're not going to clench your fists. You want your hands to be nice and open, nice and relaxed. Now the most important thing, especially as a beginner, is you want weight to be on this back leg. There might be about 60% on the back leg, 40% on the front leg. The last thing you want is to be leaning forward. You do not want your weight to come over your front knee. So if you have a look at this side profile, I'm going to have weight in this back leg, that way my chin, which I'm also going to keep slightly down. I might be looking at my opponent's shoulders. Weight in that back leg, now my chin is a little bit back. If I have weight in the front leg, my chin is going to be forward, and those extra inches are going to be inside for their jab. So definitely have weight in that back leg, nice and relaxed, elbows tucked in. It's going to be very important, this stance from the beginning. So if you're just starting to learn boxing, let's practice the stance. So the other thing to notice is I've got a line on the ground here. You may be able to see it. It's very important. One foot, my front foot's going to be on this side, my left hand side. My back foot's going to be on the right hand side. I do not want this back foot to come behind my front foot. This will not allow me to throw, for instance, across. It's going to put me off balance. So again, front foot on one side of this line. You could do a drill, maybe get some tape, put some tape on the ground. Make sure your front foot's on one side, back foot's on the other side. Slightly bend your knees, elbows tucked in. Again, chin slightly down. If you basically think that you're going to be watching your opponent's shoulders, do not watch their head. You want to watch their shoulders. If I watch their head, it will lift my chin up. I'm watching my opponent's shoulders to see what they're going to do. I can try to time where that punch is going to come from. So again, weights in the back foot, nice shoulder width apart between my feet. The back foot's on this side of my front foot. My elbows are slightly tucked in. So hands are open. I'm not clenching my fists. Hands are open. It's going to keep my shoulders relaxed. I can be moving slightly. And the other important thing is I don't want to be too square. I want to slightly, with my front knee, turn it in. Now, this shoulder is going to be able to protect my chin when needed. Whatever you do not want to be standing like this. This is too big of a target for the opponent. Have your shoulders slightly turned, knees bent, hands just under the chin. Okay? This here is the orthodox boxing stance. big fundamental in boxing, if you're learning, as I said, get some tape on the ground. Draw that line in the ground, have your feet on either side. Use it as a guide. Very important. Now, if I was southpaw, so if I was a left-handed fighter, I'm going to be in a reverse stance. So instead here, my right foot is going to lead forward. My left foot is going to be at the rear. And again, I'm going to have weight on this back foot, this back leg on my hip. I do not want to be leaning forward. So if you have a look at the side profile, I've got weight on this back leg, maybe 60%. Hands in the ear of the chin, hovering, ready. This way I can throw a jab. I do not want to be here throwing my jab, else my head will be leaning forward and you're going to walk right into their jab. So on the front view, the southpaw stance. As you can see, the right foot is on the outside of the left foot. Again, same principle, do not cross your left foot behind your right foot. You want to have your left foot on the outside, that way you could throw a proper two. And you're going to have the right base, shoulder width apart. Shoulders nice and relaxed. So, for you guys, whether you're orthodox, which means you're a right-handed fighter, or you're in the southpaw stance, a left-handed fighter, just practice getting into your stance. Shoulders nice and relaxed, moving a little, keeping that shoulder ready to turn, have the knee turned slightly. Again, don't be standing here, don't be front on. Got it slightly turned. Chins down, watching their shoulders. Hands are hovering around the chin. I'm not too high. This will leave my body open. So I don't want to block up here in boxing. Muay Thai, you'll have a higher guard. But in boxing, you definitely want to be just around the chin. You're not worried about kicks or elbows. We're just looking for punches at the moment. And these elbows are going to be nice and tight, ensuring you've got the proper defense to the body. All right. So this is the stance. Practice this, guys. As I said, put some tape on the ground. Now that we have our stance, we can practice how to shuffle in, shuffle out, shuffle across. This is going to be one big fundamental in boxing, and to ensure that you have the proper base as you're moving. So the big key here is I'm in my boxing stance. Now, if I was to come in, I'm going to use my front foot to lead first. The back foot must follow, and will follow by the same distance. So if my front foot moves in by 10 inches, the back foot's going to move in by 10 inches. Very important. So if I move in, back foot follows. I can be nice and relaxed. If I move back, the back foot will lead first. Back foot, front foot, back foot, front foot. And the whole time I'm moving back and forward, I'm maintaining the shoulder width distance between my feet. I do not want to move forward, say 10 inches, and then bring the back foot double the space. Else my feet are going to be stacked. And here, it's going to be able to put me off balance. It's very critical, especially when you learn boxing, you stick to those fundamentals. Front foot moves in slightly, back foot follows. And the whole time, that back foot is still on the outside of the front foot. Do not have this back foot as you're moving start to cross. So here I'm going back, I'm coming in. And the whole time I'm practicing keeping those fundamentals. Elbows in tight, chin down, forward. You can start to pick up the speed, back, and watching the opponent's shoulders. Envision somebody's in front of you. Watch their shoulders. Do not watch their head. Watch their shoulders. I can stay nice and relaxed. Front foot, back foot follows again. And look at the distance between my feet. Nice shoulder width distance. And I've still got weight on this back leg at all times. When I'm moving forward, I don't want to transfer weight to the front leg. It's going to push my head forward. Back. When I come in. See my shoulders? Hands slightly moving up and down. If I get a bit quicker, Start to shuffle. Balls of my feet. This is a very basic drill, but it's something you must practice, especially early on. If you're starting boxing, you want to be able to move into your opponent, move out. The whole time, maintain that great fundamental stance. So if we look on the side profile, I'll move in, I'll move back. Back in, back out, ready to throw the two. So I'll turn back to your pivot. So now you can practice putting some punches behind this. And you might check out another video, how to throw a jab across, but once you do, you can practice shuffle it in. 1, 2, shuffle back. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. So you can just practice going in and out. Jab, jab, jab. Shuffle, shuffle. 2. So that's how to get in, get out. Now what happens if we want to move side to side? So, I'm facing the camera, and remember, I'm showing you this in the orthodox stance. The southpaw stance, it'll be the reverse. When you move forward with your right foot. Back with the left foot. So back to the orthodox stance. I'm a right-handed fighter. Now to move side to side, if I'm facing forward, if I want to go to my right, the right foot leads out. So to my right, right foot steps, left foot follows. And the whole time I'm moving side to side. I do not cross my feet. Now when I go back to the left-hand side, the left foot's going to lead. Left foot, right foot. Now still maintaining my stance, weights in the back foot. Go out to the right, right foot leads, left foot follows. Out back to the left. Back to the right. Back to the left. The whole time, I can basically draw a line between my 2 feet. I do not want this back foot, again, to come behind here. I do not want to go right foot, left foot, and now I'm too square. I'm not going to be able to throw a right hand. So here, step, step, 2. Step, step, 2. Back to the left, keep going. 1, 2. Here, here, 1, 2. And you can practice this with those combinations. 1, 2. 1, 2. Back to the left. 1, 2. 1, 2. See? Shuffling across. Shuffling across. Shuffle back. Shuffle forward. Shuffle left. The whole time you'll see, maintaining good base. Back again. Forward again. Across. Across. Alright, so southpaw, just a reverse. So, if I'm on my southpaw stance, for you southpaw viewers, when I go right, again, right foot will go first. I'm still leading the same direction with the same foot. Right foot goes right. I'm just in a reverse stance. If I go left, left foot leads. Knees are bent. If I go back, back foot to my left. If I go forward, front foot with the right foot. Southpaw stance here. Shuffle, 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 shuffle. 1, 2. Shuffle, shuffle. 1, 2. Back. 1, 2. Cross. 1, 2. Let's go faster on the balls of my feet. Shuffle in. 1, 2. Shuffle back. Breathe it out. So it's very important. Maintain that pace. Okay, so as a recap, if you're a right-handed fighter, you're in the orthodox stance. Your left foot would lead. Right foot behind at the rear. Weight in that back leg. Side profile. Weight in that back leg. Elbows in. Turn my knee slightly. And let him only have this area to target. Do not give him all this. This area only. Again, chin down, watch their shoulders. Knees bent slightly, elbows in. Moving your hands. Don't just be stiff. Don't be too tall. Lower that level. Southpaw, just reverse. Right foot leads. Same principles, weight on that back leg. Elbows in. Ready to throw a 2 at any time. Back to the orthodox stance. And keep in mind, you can learn boxing in both stances, orthodox or southpaw. You can have our arsenal where you can box in orthodox, southpaw during a spar. But anyways, for now, primary, you just learn now. See if you're right-handed. Let's go with orthodox. Again, to shuffle in, front foot leads, back foot follows. To go back, back foot goes first. To go right, right foot leads. To go left, left foot leads. Whole time, look at my feet. Shoulder width distance. Southpaw, go right, right foot again, except the right foot is now leading, where before was at the rear, unorthodox. Left foot goes. Forward with the right foot. Back with the left foot. So they're the fundamentals. Again, put a tape on the ground. This is my line, the jigsaw mat. Put some tape, do that drill, do a quicker shuffle, put some combinations in. Breathe out. Southpaw. Well, that's a little video today on the fundamentals of boxing, about the stance, how to shuffle, shuffle in, shuffle across. And as I said, follow us at FitBJJ. We're in Knoxville, Tennessee. Come join us. We do boxing, muay thai, jiu-jitsu, wrestling, and stay tuned for our other videos. Thanks, guys. And also, like and subscribe.